The Los Angeles Lakers could have some reinforcements on the way in the form of key role players. However, there has been some conflicting reports on which players could be making their return this season. What's good, y'all, and welcome to another Lakers Digest video. I'm your host, Okechi Apakama. Before we get into everything of today's video, guys, I want to bring your attention to something. There is 80% of you guys who have recently watched our videos who are not subscribed to the channel just yet. And if you guys want more of that Laker news, like reactions, trade rumors, game recaps, just every and all things LA Lakers, you guys want to come right here to Lakers Digest to make it your home for all of it. Now, with that out of the way, guys, let's hop straight into the topics of today, as there was a few conflicting reports here, but we're going to start with what the Lakers brass said, as the Laker players on their way back. So, the Lakers, who have been struggling to find consistency with their role players, with a bunch of them missing time this season, but according to Darvin Ham, what he recently said before the Atlanta Hawks game, it seems like there could be a few players on the way back, and that is Cam Reddish, Jared Vanderbilt, and Gabe Vincent. So this is what he said, Lakers coach Darvin Ham, about those players returning. So he said, yeah, he's coming along according to plan, Ham said. Gabe is coming along according to plan. We should be getting Cam back pretty soon, as we started to get those guys back and what they bring to our basketball team, just the intangibles. People talk about making shots, and obviously you have to get stops, but those guys' ability to get us extra possessions, whether it's steals, deflections that turns into turnovers, and their ability to get offensive rebounds and secure defensive rebounds is much needed. So that would be a welcome addition to getting those guys healthy. So that was what Darvin Ham said before the Hawks game, and he was just alluding to Cam Reddish being kind of on the cusp of coming back, as he's played a few games here and there, but he's kind of had severe soreness, as it's been reported. And then Gabe Vincent, who has been starting his ramp-up period to get back, he hasn't reached the final hurdle and final stage of that, as that is 5-on-5 contact. When you hear Gabe Vincent is doing that, that means he's on the way back. And then Jared Vanderbilt, who was thought to had his season lost, is probably going to make his return this season, as he's also been ramping up as well, but he hasn't done any contact work just yet. So all of those three guys who can be very important to the Lakers in a multitude of ways, and then Darvin Ham just alluded to it, just mainly on that defensive side of the ball, and just ability to give the Lakers extra possessions with steals and deflections. As Cam Reddish, he really came out of this season guns blazing, because he was able to be a lightning rod on the defensive end and really get a lot of steals and deflections. He was actually one of the NBA leaders in the early parts of the season. And then Jared Vanderbilt, we all know and love him, as he's just a maniac sometimes on the court, just being everywhere at once, being that defensive Swiss Army knife, being able to guard a multitude of positions, and also being the Lakers' best point of attack defender. And that's what the Lakers, who have sorely missed this season, as there's been a lot of guards throughout the league that have been cutting through the Lakers defense. And then Gabe Vincent, mostly just the idea of Gabe Vincent, as he's only played 5 games for the Lakers this season, as he's been a guy that's known to hit very timely shots and also be a little bit of a microwave scorer and shooter, and then also being a guy to be a solid point of attack defender, and then also holds his own and sometimes switches in bigger players. So these guys can really help and bring another element to the team where the Lakers haven't seen so often, as they mostly leaned into more of their offensive guys, as alluded to with their starting lineup, as they're starting their best offensive 5, I think, and that's led to the Lakers' offense being a lot better than what it was at the beginning of the season. So with Gabe Vincent possibly on his way back, this was also reported by another ESPN report, not ESPN reporter, but another reporter, Mark Stein. So he said that Gabe Vincent is nearing return and intends to play the season barring any setbacks. So this is interesting, just because Gabe Vincent, who hasn't really touched the court since December, because he got that knee surgery, so he's been kind of just working his way back more recently. There's been some pictures of him on Lakers social media of him being on the court and him kind of like getting some things back in order there to doing some shooting drills. But like I said, he still hasn't done that full 5-on-5 contact drills just yet. So that's probably going to be the last hurdle. But the Lakers do have some time here, as they have a couple of games here between their last game and their next, as they just played on Monday night against the Atlanta Hawks, and their next game won't be until Friday against the Philadelphia 76ers. So this does give some time, as the Lakers will probably get a couple practices in, and then this will be an opportunity to probably get some more further updates on what is kind of becoming a little bit confusing here. So let me just hop into my next segment here. And so the conflicting reports. So we got a report before, or actually I should say during the Atlanta Hawks game, that Christian Wood is probably going to be out for the rest of the season. Adrian Wojnarowski reported that he is going to miss the rest of the season because he had knee surgery on the knee that's been ailing him. But there was also another report, this time here from Bill Ritter from CBS Sports, and he said that Laker players Christian Wood, Jared Vanderbilt, and Gabe Vincent will miss the rest of the season. But he did say Vanderbilt could return, but the expectation that is it will not happen. So this is very interesting to see, as it really set Laker Twitter abuzz of which players will actually be making their way back. And then also just kind of like what's going on the Lakers end, as they haven't really made an official announcement on any of the guys who have been injured in these past couple of weeks here. They've just only shown that injury report, and then that either shows that the guys are out or maybe questionable to play, as guys like LeBron James and Anthony Davis have been on that almost every game. But the Lakers getting these like conflicting reports, it is kind of interesting to see like who is the person who kind of knows a little bit more, or who's right, who's wrong here. But this could be one of those things that it's just talk between what's going on within the Laker brass. So we are not exactly sure which one is correct here, but we'll see probably in the next coming couple of days on who is right here, as the Lakers are probably going to give an official announcement on some of these guys who are making their way back. Like I said, we've seen video of Jared Vanderbilt on the court, and then also Gabe Vincent as well. So I don't fully believe that these guys are going to be done for the season, especially with so much here at stake, and the Lakers teetering here for a possible play-in game and then possible the playoffs afterwards. So having these guys back is very vital to what the Lakers are trying to do here, because having a guy like Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent, especially these two guys, I believe can really change the tides for the Los Angeles Lakers, as Jared Vanderbilt, like I said before, is that Swiss Army knife, that guy that can do a multitude of things on the defensive end, and he really just does the dirty work, which is what the Lakers kind of need. A guy that can get loose balls, a guy who can get extra possessions with offensive rebounds, a guy who can shut down another team's best perimeter player, and he's shown that he's able to do that. He's been did that last season to guys like Luka Doncic, guys like Brandon Ingram, guys like Anthony Edwards. All of these guys have struggled against that long length of Jared Vanderbilt. And then Gabe Vincent, like I said, it's mostly just the idea of Gabe Vincent, as we haven't really seen it come to fruition. He's only played 5 games here on the season, but Gabe Vincent, who made a deep run with that Miami Heat team, and then he was a vital part of their team because of Kyle Lowry was a little bit aging and wasn't fully healthy for them. So he stepped into that starting point guard role and really shored up the Miami Heat, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And then on the offensive side of the ball, he was able to knock down shots, hit a lot of a variety of clutch shots, and also make some plays for the Miami Heat and help them get to the finals there. So Gabe Vincent, I'm more intrigued to see like if he's able to make this comeback, because if he's able to come back for the Los Angeles Lakers, I believe he's able to add a level that the Lakers have not yet seen, and this can change things for the Los Angeles Lakers down the stretch, especially in these possible play-in games. So, like I said, we'll see. Probably before Friday's game, we'll probably get an official update on these guys, as the Lakers have a couple of days here to really rest, recuperate, and recover, and possibly get some practices in. So we should know more information about the status of these guys. But let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think that these guys are done for the season? Guys like Christian Wood, which has already been reported, he is probably going to be done for the season. But guys like Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent, do you think these guys are done for the season? Or do you think it's what Darvin Ham said, that these guys are ramping up and are possibly closer than we think, and they are probably making their way back this season? But like I said, let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. I have been your host, Okechi Apakama, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.